The Sports Connection. Sponsored by WBKO. Is the spirit inside you?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sports Connection. I'm Jeff Woods.
And I'm Doug Thompson. Thank you for joining us. Jeff, welcome back. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Did you have a nice, relaxing vacation?
It was. And, you know, a lot of times people will say a staycation is the best vacation. I'm just saying.
Many people say that. So you stayed around?
Yeah, I did. I stuck around Bowling Green a little bit, went home for a few days to visit some family up in northern Kentucky, just spent some time with my parents. But mostly, I was here in Bowling Green, and that was okay. Like I said, sometimes just you feel like you need a vacation from your vacation if you go out of town, go to the beach or whatever, and plus you need some greenage to be able to do that sometimes, and that's a hefty undertaking sometimes.
No, you're right. But I made the comment last week that you've been doing this for a few years, so you know when to take them. Because, in July, mid-July, the dead period's over for high school football. Yep. Then, kind of everything breaks loose at that point. And you do have to recharge your batteries. I mean, because we go pretty much 12 months a year with a little lull in the action about right now.
Yeah, it's if there is a quote-unquote dead period for us, and it's not in any means. It's usually right around, when high school season ends with the softball and baseball tournaments, and you have a few weeks where there's not as much going on. So that's always, for us, the best time to get any vacation time that we want in. And then, hopefully, by after that point, we're ready to roll for football. And I think that'll be the case again.
Well, and it's going to be busy. I mean, with the fifth high school now in this market area, it adds another component. I know, especially for you guys, with the TV side of everything. But it's going to be very exciting. I know we're going to get into kind of football towards the second half of the show. There's a lot of exciting matchups, and we'll talk about that. But what a terrific season it was for high school sports, especially for the fourth region. When you look at, the tennis championship that Beck Pennington brought home, and, ACS girls, and it was just a
Jared
really...
Strabach from South Warren as well.
Yeah.
So the fourth region, as always, represented itself very well on the state level. Allen County football was a state runner-up. Wow, some of these things happened a while ago, so I'm trying to refresh my memory here. The fall sports, Greenwood volleyball, Greenwood soccer, Bowling Green girls soccer, all represented very well. And, of course, the girls' Sweet 16, Bowling Green making it to the state quarterfinals, Warren Central playing one of the better games of the tournament up at the boys' Sweet 16 against Eastern. So, the fourth region always does well. Some sports have obviously do better than others, but and we had a good variety of teams as well. It wasn't all dominated by just 2 or 3 teams. You had a lot of, at least 5, 6, 7 teams representing this area on the state level.
And I think that this coming up season, the parity will even be better. I mean, obviously, in boys basketball, when you had Bohannon and you had Fant, 2 big guys that have gone on and graduated, I think that'll kind of, even the slate a little bit. But, there are some schools lurking out there. Glasgow, for one, their high school boys basketball program, the girls basketball program, a lot of expectations for those programs this coming up season. But I think across the board, it is going to be a very, very exciting year again in high school sports.
It's funny, we say this every summer.
I know.
But you know what? It doesn't disappoint.
It's different, though.
Every year there is excitement, and that's why we enjoy doing this. That's why we have these jobs, is because it does provide us excitement, and it makes our jobs pretty fun. So.
Yeah, and you're right. We do say it every year, but I think this season coming up, I think we're going to see some more twists, some different twists. Football with the realignment, which I know we're going to get into that.
Yeah.
That's going to change the complexity of high school football in this area. And when you look at the basketball, I think it's gonna be very interesting, and I think it's open to anybody this year.
Well, you mentioned excitement for football, and that's not even talking about WKU.
Oh, no.
Expectations heightened a little bit after last year's 2 wins, and I don't think anyone is expecting them to win 8-9 games. But I think they broke down the barrier of getting a win. And now, and there's a couple games that got away from them last year too.
Right.
So now I think the Hilltoppers are thinking, all right, we kind of got our feet wet. We're learning how to win still, but hey, let's get the job done this year and win maybe 4 or 5 games, and then maybe the year after that really take a stab at the Sun Belt. And of course it starts on that Thursday in September against Kentucky.
Right.
And that's a big opportunity.
Well, I wanted to ask you about that. I mean, how important is it to really get the fan base? And I know, talking with WKU marketing and folks there, it's critical to have a huge showing of Hilltoppers down in Nashville. And of course, it's a big game. Whether you win, whether you lose, if you keep it close, are you competitive? I mean, so many eyes are going to be on this program in that first game to see how well they execute. Can you get the job done? It's going to be very interesting.
No, you're right. And the best part about that is it's a nationally televised game on
Yep.
ESPNU. It's prime time. And you're right. It's going to give Hilltopper fans a chance to drive down there and watch them play the Wildcats. And honestly, a good performance against Kentucky could really do a lot to get fans back in the seats at Smith Stadium when they play the following week.
Yeah,
so
you're absolutely
we'll
right.
see. Now, you see the Greenwood helmet here.
Yes.
We are going to talk to a former Greenwood football player, but he now plays baseball.
Yep.
We're going to take a break, but when we come back, we will talk with Indiana University catcher Ty Downing. So stay tuned. There's more of the Sports Connection on the way.